Come here, Katie. Yeah!
There are those of us who don't know their birth parents and have a hole in their history. We don't know all of the details, and we don't have someone to tell us that part of our life. Our way of living starts a little differently. Adoption to me represents the unity of families and the promise to love your child forever. I was born on September 28, 1995, and my mom and dad came to get me on May 6, 1996, from my orphanage in Suzhou, China. Once I began to stand up on my own, I never stood still. Saying that I moved non-stop would be an understatement. Ever since I took my first steps, I could not stop moving and dancing every time I heard the sound of music. Even if it was just an imaginary tune in my head, my feet would not stay still. So I guess you could say that from the get-go, I had the natural tendency to spontaneously burst into dance moves.
Yay, good.
For the holidays, my sister Kim and my brother Scott would come home and help us decorate our Christmas tree. In our family, we have the tradition of giving ornaments to each other, so you can only imagine just how large our collection has become over the years.
I'm helping. I'm helping the big guys.
The big guys.
But every year during the holidays, getting to hang up each individual one is so special. Along with celebrating Christmas, in the next room over, we would have our menorah set up with all the candles ready to be lit.
Say Happy Hanukkah, Mama.
Happy Mama.
Happy
Hanukkah, honey.
Happy Hanukkah.
In the spring of 2005, I was given the amazing opportunity to go back to China for the first time since my adoption.
Katie was 9.5, and we knew that it would be a perfect time for her to see China. When she was a baby, obviously she didn't know much of her motherland, and we all wanted to go back to China and see more. So we wanted Katie to really appreciate and love her heritage and her culture and where she came from. Katie's Aunt Cindy came with me. We traveled together, the three of us, as we tagged on a third week and went on a separate tour ourselves over to Suzhou, where Katie was from, and we got to go back to the Welfare Institute and meet with the director and meet with some of the people that we had seen and we had pictures with. They remembered her, and we had that whole experience of going back to the orphanage. We had written to them, we had sent pictures letting them know that we would be coming, that we were coming back. And they were so gracious and so loving and welcomed us with open arms and embraced Katie, and they were so happy and so proud of her. I remember our luncheon together and how we spent a whole hour just complimenting each other. They kept complimenting me on how well I had raised her and how she was so healthy. And then I said, oh, no, thank you for being so good to her when she was a baby, and you took care of her, and she was strong and she was healthy. And so we were like in this mutual admiration club. I just relived all of those special moments, and it was just very special for me to go back there.
My family has always encouraged me to be involved with my Chinese culture. I was enrolled in Sunday Chinese school for 8 years, but then chose to stop. Now that I'm older and can reflect back on my trip, I've come to realize just how important and meaningful that trip was for me. I mean, my thoughts about my adoption have always tended to fluctuate, but it wasn't until recently that I really began to think about that part of my life. It's beginning to influence some of the decisions that I want to make for myself after I finish high school. I've come to realize that I want to learn Mandarin again and go back to China and revisit everything, my hometown, my orphanage. Although I'm beginning to want that part of my history, I'm so grateful for the family that I was blessed with. And no matter how families come together, when all is said and done, there is nothing more important than the bond and the love that you share.
Can I see your book, Katie? Hold it up for Mommy. Let me see.
Show that to the camera.
What's it called? Let me see.
A bunny rabbit book.
Guess how much I